Hello and happy Sunday. I hope that you're doing very well. Today we're celebrating another Sunday of Easter, and we want to continue with the theme of hope that only Christ can truly give to us. If we look at Spe Salvi number 6, it's very interesting how Pope Benedict talks about hope. He actually mentions a little bit today's gospel passage indirectly. Today we hear from Christ, I am the way, the truth, and the life. And Pope Benedict mentions that if there's going to be someone who's teaching us the way, we want him to be somebody who's teaching the way even after death. And in a very poignant manner, if we apply this to today's gospel, we see that really Christ is getting his disciples ready for a true crisis, a crisis that we oftentimes might experience through, somebody close to us passing away. In the context of the Last Supper, which is the context of today's gospel, we know that Christ is just a few hours away from suffering his passion and death. This is just before he goes to the Garden of Gethsemane, where he will be in agony and where he will be arrested and led onto his trial and begin the whole process up through his death. And so we see that death really is something that makes us think about our life. And so when we do make that experience of somebody close to us passing away, it's always a moment for introspection. We can think whatever crises we might be going through in our lives, today's gospel can help us. We hear our Lord say, I am the way, the truth, and the life. Something interesting in this gospel, Christ says, believe in me. And we can ask ourselves, how well do I really believe in Christ? Do I really place my life in his hands? Am I willing to give everything? Am I willing to believe? And for us, a lot of times when we get the tough questions, we tend to kind of try to avoid them. It makes me think of the movie Miracle on 34th Street, where this lawyer has been pressed into service in order to defend Santa Claus. This man, believing he was Santa Claus, was playing the part in several different places, but when they saw that he really believed this, they wanted to bring him in. And this lawyer helping a family, and it seems like he has some romantic interest in the whole episode as well. He decides to defend Santa, and the little girl, the daughter of the woman who's one of the other protagonists, she asks him at some point, well, you must believe that he's Santa Claus. And all of a sudden he becomes very unsure of himself, because a lot of times the tough questions we don't know how to answer. But that's not what we see in Christ. Christ is dealing with the harsh reality of his own death. He's trying to give his apostles a little bit of comfort, and he says, believe in me. And then he tells them about his Father's house. And I would invite you this Sunday to think how great it's going to be to go to heaven, that Jesus himself is the one who's taking care of us. We all have that special place where we're able to get away from it all, where we're able to relax, where we're able to find peace. And just imagine that place with Jesus. And heaven's going to be much, much better. He's getting a place ready for us because he's waiting for us in heaven, and he wants us to be happy. He also says, believe me because of the works that I have done, that I am in the Father and the Father is in me. And we can think, well, what are those works? And the biggest work, the most incredible fact that we have with Jesus is the fact that he rose from the dead. Something that nobody else has been able to do, right? Nobody from his own power. We have a few stories of the saints. We have Jesus who raised Lazarus from the dead. But, for us, the common mortals, we only die once, right? We don't get a second chance. But Jesus really did come back from the dead. And this can give us a lot of hope and really encourage us in our daily lives. I'd like to also take advantage to say thank you and God bless, and a special greeting to all of the mothers who are celebrating their special day. May God bless you very much. May Mother Mary watch over you and help you continue in your mission, which really never ends, because sons and daughters are always sons and daughters, even when we grow up. And as well, to anybody who's suffering loss or who feels like he's going through a special moment of crisis or difficulty or pain or sorrow, may this gospel give you hope and help you to grow up in the hope of Christ. God bless and have a blessed Sunday.